Hello and welcome to with me, Winner Andre, to another video of Weekly Entry, in which we got like a third of the anime I'm watching for this season that have ended so far. So yeah, going through talking about all those that have ended this week. So starting off with Studio Apartment, Good Lighting, Angel included. Yeah, it's basically just another slice of life, harem, rom-com kind of anime with Angel, Yukio, a vampire, Kappa, and a childhood friend. But yeah, overall, I'd say the raw romance is kind of lacking, and it's more of just a slice of life and more comedy kind of thing. Considering there genuinely isn't really that much when it comes to romance in it. And honestly, I don't really have all that much to say because it is really just a generic kind of slice of life, harem, rom-com. So, yeah, moving on to the next thing, which is Grandpa and Grandma Turn Young Again, which was definitely one of the most unique anime of the season, that is for sure. Basically a comedy, slice of life kind of thing, with a bit of romance tossed in there, which is mostly when it comes to grandchildren. But yeah, the whole concept of grandparents turning young again is basically all it took to really catch my interest and get me to watch this. And honestly, it was pretty enjoyable, though the ending was kind of what you would expect considering they are still old. Yeah. Apparently, even the manga actually ended 2 days before the final episode it aired, with the same ending and everything there. So, yeah, I'm going to take a guess that a decent chunk of the stuff in the manga may have gotten cut out. But, it was a good anime, that is for sure. So, moving on to the next thing, Green Monster, which I've talked about before, and honestly, I don't think I really have anything else to really add on to that, but yeah, overall, I would say it's just okay at best. And that's mostly just due to the fact that it doesn't really have that much in the way of a story, and it's basically just the daily life of a monster, which is fighting, eating, sex, and so on. So yeah, that's just basically repeated over and over again. Also, despite the ridiculous amount of skills that Taro ends up getting, I would say those skills and the evolutions, at the very least, or at the very least, the evolutions are kind of one of the more interesting parts of the anime, considering there seems like there might be a little bit more going on there, though we don't really get to see much when it comes to that yet, at the very least. But yeah, it is pretty mediocre despite the fact that it seemed pretty promising, I'd say. So moving on to the next thing, which is I was reincarnated as 7th Prince so I can take my time perfecting my magical ability, which was easily one of the biggest surprises of the season, without question, considering I genuinely expected this anime to be shit, with the whole femboy showed as a main character. But it actually ended up being really good, you know, and also had great animation as well. I honestly kind of just hate how good it actually was. But yeah, basically comedy anime for the most part, I think. Kind of an action adventure added in as well, kind of. Last few episodes is literally just one long battle, basically, so But to the very least, this is actually getting a second season already, which I am honestly kind of surprised about, but also I kind of don't think I really should be surprised that it's getting a second season, considering things. But yeah, that's that for that anime, so moving on to Konosuba Season 3, and yeah. 5 years after the movie came out, we finally got the 3rd season of Konosuba, in which this time is 11 episodes long instead of 10 episodes like the previous 2 seasons. And honestly, I genuinely kind of forgot the fact that the first 2 seasons of the anime only had 10 episodes, considering it's kind of just not a normal thing, but yeah, 11 episodes this time. A little bit more to work with, but yeah. The season overall can basically be split into two parts. First part with Cosmo in the capital with the princess, and then the second arc which focuses on darkness. So yeah, that's basically all there really is there, but overall the season is basically just more of good old Konosuba, to be honest. So yeah, moving on to the next thing, Bartender, Glass of God, which is apparently a remake of a 2006 anime, or something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah, I don't exactly care about it. Yeah, care about that very much, considering the fact that I haven't watched the 2006 anime. And honestly, the only reason why I did actually watch this in the first place is because I thought it would be a bit similar to Restaurant to Another World, which, to be honest, it kind of was a bit similar. It's just that it's more focused on beer and stuff like that, alcohol, but not as much of a focus on that whole thing with bartending and all that's concerned. There's a bit of a story going on as well and stuff. But yeah, I don't exactly have tons to say about it, considering don't really care that much when it comes to that stuff. Alcohol, all that's considering I've literally never had any before. So yeah, moving on to the next thing, which is Yuru Camp Season 3, which yeah, new studio this time, and I think that's mostly the result of the fact that I think the previous studio intended the movie to be the end of Yuru Camp, but you got 8-Bit picking up the anime for a third season, so of course, bit of a different art style amongst other things as well. But overall, I would say it's still the same old Yuru Camp, though I think this season did have a bit less of a focus on the actual camping itself and more on other things, especially considering the fact that 2 of the episodes is literally just Ren, Nadeshiko, and Ayano just going to a campsite. So yeah, spent like 2.5 episodes just going to a campsite, spent half an episode there. But yeah, we also got to see some new characters towards the end of the anime as well. Though I don't think we're really going to actually see much of them unless we get a 4th season. So yeah, hopefully Yuru Camp can continue once again and get another season. Hopefully. But yeah, moving on to the next thing, which is a condition called love, or just Hananoi-kun, I guess. Which, despite the fact that it's a romance anime, and I tend to overall enjoy romance anime regardless, I just really never could actually get myself to actually enjoy watching this. And that is honestly mostly just due to Hananoi, considering he's basically just a massive walking red flag. Though I will say things did start getting better in the last few episodes, but that's it. And it was nowhere near enough to make up for everything else in the anime. So yeah. People were saying that it was going to get better later on and stuff, but where this season ended, yeah, it only just started getting better. Just started, which basically means nothing considering it was just beginning of it actually getting better. Doesn't make up for the rest of the anime. So yeah, if it gets a 2nd season, maybe it'll actually be enjoyable, but yeah. Moving on to the next thing, a salad bowl of Eccentrics, which is a reverse isekai comedy anime set in Gifu, which was definitely an enjoyable watch, I'll say that much. And the characters are definitely eccentric, that is for sure. But most of the anime is basically focused on Sada and Olivia, of course, considering they're the ones from the other world and everything. Though I think Olivia is easily the better of those two when it comes to actually having enjoyable segments and stuff. that's mostly just due to the fact that all the fucking crap that she gets up to and everything. Well, Sarah's kind of limited on what she's able to do, but yeah, it was definitely a good comedy anime, that is for sure. But yeah, there is everything for anime this week. So I think probably going to have about the same amount of anime ending next week, I think. And then probably about the same amount for the week after that as well. But yeah, Azur Lane, I guess. I'll talk about that once again, in which I have actually finally got myself around to start grinding properly and not just using my main 2 fleets for literally everything now. So it should be easier for me to get more PR ships, considering I'm still working on the PR1 ships there. Haven't yet touched the PR2, PR3, PR4, anything else there. I'm still working on 1, considering I think when I quit the game, you only had the PR1 and PR2 ships. I don't think it even had the PR3 ships. If they were literally just added or something. So yeah, hopefully I can make more progress, can actually grind more efficiently at this point. But yeah, got a rerun going on now, which I'm going to take a guess that the whole all the tickets for building ships is a rerun thing and not thing exclusive to this event. Considering it makes sense if it's for reruns specifically, considering it make it easier to actually get the event ships and all that, so that's what I'm assuming. And also I'm going to take a guess that there's at least a handful of events or something that have gotten reruns already but haven't actually been added to War Archives yet. I'm going to take a guess when it comes to that, so I'm assuming maybe over the course of next year all those events that have gotten reruns already will be added into the War Archives, and I'll be able to actually get to those. So yeah, making progress on those War Archives at the very least. Trying to catch up on little bits and pieces that I missed on some of the old events and stuff. Considering there's a few events where I missed like 1 or 2 bits of the story apparently, so going through, making sure I get that stuff done before I actually move on to events I've never seen before, which I think there's like 3 or 4 of those in the War Archives at this point. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say for this week, so yeah, that there is the end of this video, I guess. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.